Test 1 2, test.
1 2 1 2. Test 1 2 1 2.
Coming to you live tonight from downtown York, Pennsylvania, it's Todd Edwards standing alongside New Jones. It's Sports Shooting Stars, and we're really just seconds into the player warm-ups between Central York High School and the York High Bearcats. They're making their way out of the court for a big game tonight, a big rivalry game where both teams are looking for their first win tonight.
Yeah, I think it's really important tonight for both these teams to get out to a red-hot start. Uncharacteristically, both teams are winless right now. You know, Central York is 0-4. Also, York High, I believe, is 0-3, 0-4.
York High's 0-3, Central 0-4. Both teams looking for their first win tonight, and the music is playing, and boy, it's game time. And we want to wish the viewers a happy holiday season, as we don't have one but two games that we'll be broadcasting this weekend before we take a break for the holiday season.
Yeah, we got a game tonight, which is York High versus Central York. And we bounce right back tomorrow night with the Baltimore Hawks versus the York Buccaneers, which is going to be
semi-pro basketball right here in York, Pennsylvania at the Bonnie B. Grimes Gym. We invite any of the viewers that may want to come out and see a little semi-pro ball tomorrow night at Bonnie B. Grimes Gym. Come on out, but tonight it's about the York High Bearcats in Central York, and this is Parma's Pizza pregame report.
Yeah, the Parma pregame report. We're going to break down the record, coaches, and some of the key players. York High, as we said again, is 0-3 so far this year. Has some losses to Woodland Hills, New Oxford, and also Redline. Key plans for this year for York High is Ahmad Walker, Samuel Furbies, Davion Littner, Jasir Vega, and Omaria Newsom, the 6'7" junior that controls the middle.
No doubt about it. On Central, they come in, as we stated, with an 0-4 record, losing to Allentown Central Catholic, Anaheim Township, New Oxford, and Cedar Cliff. They're led by their second-year coach, Jeff Hope, head coach tonight. Probably the best-dressed guy in here. I saw him earlier with his suit and tie on.
Call him Dapper Dan, man. He likes to look well. So
you got it. And by the way, key losses for this Central York Ball Club from last year. Nolan Hubbs, who's at York College, and let's not forget someone you know quite well, Karan Brown.
Yeah, Nolan Hubbs last year, 11 points per game, was a first-team YIAA member. And as you said, Karan Brown, honorable mention, also averaged 16 points last year for Central York. So they lose a lot of production, a lot of that leadership. So that's what they need to bounce back with today. But the key players for Central York this year is Greg Gottinger. But right now, he's injured. He's been out for the last 2 games. He got injured actually in the first game of the season.
I saw him earlier with a little scooter milling around here on the hardwood floor, taking some shots. And I was told by sources he'll be back in a couple weeks to play for this Central York Panther Ball Club, too.
And also key players for Central York is Isaiah DeShields, tough point guard. This came over from this year. He's one of their starting point guards. He was injured early in the season. He had a bruised knee, but now he's back. And also Jacoby Baker, who's a returning starter from last year for Central York. He's just flat-out scorer. And Ethan Dodson, also returning starter from last year. And can't forget the freshman who transferred from Dover, Ben Natal.
Ben Natal, he'll be playing for Central tonight. Look for these future star players for Central. Not a deep bench by Central, but we're going to see what they can present tonight against this York High Bearcat Ball Club. How about some other information here? Dean's Auto Plaza, another sponsor for tonight's game. The keys to winning the game for York High do.
Well, I believe the keys to winning for York High is get points in the paint. Central lacks a little bit of size. So, and also York High loves to do their trademark press. They like the press break all the way up the court and get a lot of steals and get points in transition. And York High also needs to play as a team. Sometimes York High gets a little bit one-dimensional from time to time because they do have guys that can take players off the ball, but they get to remain, play team ball, and I believe that's the keys for York High to win this game.
And the keys on the opposite side for Central York, being physical. So far this season, other teams have had success against Central by being physical. It starts tonight for the Central York Panthers. They got to go right at them in the paint. Central has shooters and encourages shooters from the three-point shot and perimeter play.
Yeah, and also Central, I believe, this is one of those games they got to find out who the leader is. Like I said, they are a young team just like York High, but, Central kind of lacked leadership this year, so we're looking at the fact that breakout game for one of their players, and and control the tempo for Central York and show that leadership, which I believe they lack right now, but they will develop as the season goes.
It will, and we want to also give a shout out to our sponsors tonight. We have several sponsors for tonight's broadcast. We mentioned Dean's Auto Plaza, located at 6851 York Road in Hanover, Pennsylvania. Check out their inventory on Facebook and online. York and Adams County's area's biggest car and truck dealer. They have discounts and specials going on weekly. When you get there, ask for Bruce.
And also S3 Performance Training, looking to get in shape. And this is for the student athletes out there that want to, get more aggressive or, have more of a bounce, play better. Contact John Turpak or Ron Johnson at S3 Performance Training. They're located at 2810 East Prospect Road, York, PA. They specialize in individual and group performance to help every athlete reach their maximum potential. S3 focus on strength, speed, and stamina. This is our third year working with S3 Performance.
And we're in year 5, dude. It's hard to believe we're starting year 5. Hey, let's not forget 717 Hoops, a premier AAU boys and girls basketball program right here in central Pennsylvania with 2 primary goals, skill development and exposure. The program focuses on player development and they compete at the highest level. Email them at 717hoopdreams@gmail.com or check them out on Facebook, Instagram, and Twitter.
And of course, Parma Pizza of Dallastown, longtime sponsor as well with Darren Bonaquista. They're located at 476 East Main Street in Dallastown. The locations are for dine-in, pickup, or delivery. You can give them a call at 717-501-5608. Contact them to schedule your organization's fundraisers event.
Pizza's so great, you'll scrape the plate. Parma's Pizza, and a new sponsor, by the way, tonight, Endless Work Training, LLC, by David Lindner. Dude, do you care to talk about that?
Yeah, David Lindner, he works with Endless Work Training. His son also plays on the York High team, Davion Lindner.
And a freshman, player to keep an eye on for the York High Bearcats.
Absolutely. And their focus is strictly on basketball, but they have a device called the Vertimax that helps all athletes increase their jump and explosiveness. They have exercise videos on Facebook. You can check them out. You can contact them at endlessworktraining@gmail.com or 717-900-7368. All training is done at Helen Thaxton Middle School, but they're willing to travel to you if need be. Check them out. Thank you to all our sponsors and their commitment to our support for supporting our program.
They've been here for season 5. We're looking forward tonight. We're just over 7.5 minutes to go here with the player warm-ups. We're going to make our way up to the broadcast booth, but before we do that, any final thoughts you'd like to mention to the audience watching tonight?
Well, we also want to tell the fans this game is going to be located on channel 18 of York. Also, on YouTube, under White Rose Community Television, on Facebook, under the Sports Shooting Stars Facebook channel. And, tonight, it's going to be a really contested game. Both teams are very familiar with each other. Both teams are looking for their first win tonight, so we know that's going to happen tonight for sure. It's all about who wants it tonight. I think York High is going to be very physical. They're going to go right at Central. Central loves the perimeter play and shooting jumpers because they can knock those down, but I think they got to be a little bit more multifaceted, get into the paint, shoot their jumpers, and be really aggressive with York High.
And we want to give one special note to the fans in attendance. One thing I've noticed, we were here last Friday, a nice turnout with the fans coming out, and again, the fan turnout tonight for both fan bases, Central and York High's there. I think after last year being kind of cooped up with COVID, the fans are back and ready to go and enjoy some live sporting events right here.
Yeah, absolutely. You also want to tell the fans, check out the live chat. As we always say, keep it classy. This is going to be a very competitive game. We also want to look for your input about player of the game towards the fourth quarter. And like I said, we're really excited about this game. It's the first game of 2. We have another game tomorrow between the Baltimore Hawks versus the York Buccaneers, featuring YouTube sensation Akil Carr. But like you said, tonight's all about York High versus Central York, a small rivalry they got going on. These teams know each other. It should be a great game tonight.
It should be, and we're going to make our way, how about it, up to the broadcast booth. Stay tuned, get your bottled water and popcorn ready for another Friday night basketball matchup. Week 2 that we've been here in York High in downtown York. Looking forward to the broadcast still.
Yep.
And I hope you stay tuned tonight for a great game.
Absolutely. See you guys in a few seconds.
Todd Edwards making his way back up to the broadcast booth. Good evening, everyone, and welcome this Friday, a week away from Christmas Eve. And yes, we're here in downtown York, the home of the Bearcats, Bearcat Nation, as the Central York Panthers invade downtown York to take on the York High Bearcats, as we are about a minute or so away from player introductions along with the playing of our national anthem. Both teams come in here tonight looking for their elusive first win of the season. Will it be Central? Will it be York High? Well, as they say in the broadcast business, you have to stay tuned to the game tonight, and we thank you for tuning in as we bring the game to you, Sports Shooting Stars, as you're watching us live on Facebook or White Rose Community Channel 18 or our YouTube page, Sports Shooting Stars. And again, a key player that will be out for Central tonight, Greg Gittinger, the 6'7" sophomore. A stirring rendition of our national anthem here tonight from downtown York. And we are just moments away from tip-off here between the Central York Panthers and the York High Bearcats. Duke, can you start feeling some of the excitement? Ed Day's here in the house.
Yeah, pretty excited.
Ed Day, a big fan for York High, yelling at our broadcast booth. We say hi to Ed, and
yeah, like
I don't believe he misses a game here at York High.
He doesn't.
No doubt about it. A big supporter of York High athletics.
And he also lets us know when he's in the building, so he's not shy about that at all.
But
and again, like I said, Central has to come out with some a lot of energy, right? Because you're playing in York High's, in their gym, and you know what they bring to the table. So, they're going to try to protect home. They know they're, winless so far this season.
Yes.
And they're not going to let Central come in out of all teams come here and steal anything out of their out of the Bearcats' den, as they say.
No doubt. Jaden Smeltzer looks like he's getting set to tip off for Central. And for York High, O'Marion Newsom ready for tip-off here. And we're underway, Duke.
Jaden Smeltzer and Amarian Newsom. Amarian Newsom is the number 12 for York High, the 6'7" center, who's a big-time shot blocker. It looks like they're going to try to get him busy in the paint and run a lot of screens off of number 12, Amarian Newsom. And there's a drive by Joel.
And the put-in.
And that's a put-in from
number
Cam
5.
Gonzalez.
Kamari Gonzalez with the first points in tonight's contest.
Ethan Dotson with the ball. And that's a nice matchup right here. Isaiah DeShields versus Joel Tucker. I think that's a really good matchup right there. And they're playing against each other the whole game.
Well,
both are top scorers for their team.
Yeah, I was told by our statistician tonight, Tyler Strawny, that Isaiah DeShields is averaging 20 points per game.
Mm-hmm.
So keep an eye on
Jasir Vega going to the bucket.
And the put-in by Jasir Vega.
And right there, Coach Hoke is not going to let York High go up to any run. He's calling a timeout immediately. He's going to get in his team's butt.
And not happy, I mean, just from our vantage point up here at the broadcast booth, not happy with his team with just under a minute to go. We just are breaking ground here with a minute 2 into the first quarter. And Central looking to regroup here coming off the timeout.
Yeah, absolutely.
Called by head coach Jeff Hope.
And I think that's the right timeout. When you're skidding and you're going on a losing streak as Central is going on right now, you want to stop all momentum every single chance, especially playing against a team like York High.
Yeah, and right now York High up 4-0.
And as we said before, you see York High in their trademark press. That's what they're going to do. They press every team they play against pretty much.
Isaiah DeShields bringing the ball up court for Central York. And they're all orange jerseys. Dotson for 3. A big shot there by Ethan Dotson.
And that's a shot that Ethan Dotson loves to take. He's probably going to take the most threes on the team. Number 2, Ethan Dotson. Cam Gonzalez has been charged with an over-back foul.
Yep. On Kamari Gonzalez.
He's a big-time leaper for York High. He's the one that almost had the tip-in dunk, on the previous play.
Number 3, Isaiah DeShields moving the ball up court. As I mentioned, Central in their all orange jerseys, York High in their white and blue.
And that's Jacoby Baker now running the offense. The ball is to Jaden Smeltzer. Back out to Ethan. That's a good
Ben
rebound.
Mental, the freshman there.
Jaden Smeltzer kicks it out. Ethan thinks about it, gives it back to him. Easy bucket. It should have been an easy bucket.
Should have been in it. Then the
good
put
tip in
by
Isaiah. Good put in by Isaiah DeShields. Number 3 for York High.
Shields with his first points in tonight's contest. And Jasir Vega picking up kind of where he left off last Friday, dude.
And Jasir Vega didn't take any time hitting that 3.
Whoa.
Ethan Dotson is going to shoot each and every time he's open. That's what he's scheduled to do while he's there.
Ethan Dotson with 6 points for Central. And they're matching threes here, dude. Early, Jasir Vega with another 3.
That's another kick out to Jaden Smeltzer. Jaden Smeltzer could probably take him off the dribble, as he does.
And the put in.
That's what you want to do with Amari Newsom. You want to take him out by the three-point line, see if you can take him off the dribble. That's a good read from Jaden Smelter to get to the bucket. And his game right now is knotted up 10-10.
A three-point shot. Joel Tucker.
And that's a good jump from Ben Natal, the freshman.
And out there,
Jaden Smelter with the outlet.
And a put in
big
the
time
big
dunk
dunk.
from Ethan Dotson.
Ethan Dotson.
He's ready to
points
play
right now.
And that just took a couple steps for Ethan Dotson. And I don't know if you guys probably didn't see the last game, but he went up for a dunk and missed it. So I know he really wanted that dunk right there, and that was very clean.
A lot of excitement right now with 4:59 to go here in the first quarter, dude.
And as we said, we want Central needs to come out and match the intensity that York High has, and so far they have. With only 4 minutes and 59 seconds to go, it's already 20-some points put up between both ball clubs. Joel Tucker out to Davion Leitner.
Leitner off on that three-point attempt. It will be Central ball.
That's the freshman, number 15.
Patted his chest. He realized what mistake he made there. Sure, we'll see more of him as the game progresses.
And as we said before, his dad is a sponsor tonight, Endless Work Training. Their information located at our lower screen, at the lower bottom of our screen. That's another kick out.
It was a kick out and the turnover.
And that was the right
Central.
play, because when Isaiah split the defense, number 3 for Central York, Ethan Dotson was open again for that wide open three-pointer. He already has 2 threes to start the game and a dunk.
And a dunk, yeah. Some exciting basketball so far here from downtown York, the home of the Bearcats. Thank you for tuning in to Sports Shooting Stars. It's Todd Edwards, Stu Jones.
And checking in the game for Central York is number 1, James Jackson. Cam Gonzalez with the rebound. As I said before, number 5 is probably their best jumper on the team, ability-wise.
And big time.
And Joel Tucker with the pullback three.
First points tonight.
Good outlet from Cam.
Here's Jasir Vega with the easy put in. Already at double digits, Vega with 10 points.
Yeah. James Jackson to the bucket.
Not in this house.
And that's a clean block, and the ball went out on James Jackson. And that's what you got to expect when you go against Amari Newsom. He's going to go for the shot block each and every time. You got to pump fake. You got to get guys like him off his feet. He will jump if you get him off his feet. But if you try to go straight up with him, he's going to win that 9 times out of 10.
Right now, York High up by 3, 15-12, with just over 3.5 minutes to go here.
And as I told you before, that matchup between Joel Tucker and Isaiah DeShields is going to be very key. They both had similar games, both had the same body physique as well. It's going to be really interesting to see how that, see how they match up throughout the game.
Timeout called by head coach of York High, Clovis Gallen, with 3:34 to go. York High up by 3, 15-12.
And that timeout was called at a very good time by Coach Gallen, because he was about to get a 5-second call, Joel Tucker.
He was, yeah, it was a heads-up play by Coach Gallen. Both teams in search of their first win of the season. You're watching Sports Shooting Stars this Friday night. And we're back to action here.
Checking in, Davion Linder with the ball, bringing it up, number 15, the freshman. Guarding against the other freshman, Ben Natal, number 15 for Central York.
Yeah, keep an eye on that matchup, 15 versus 15, both freshmen.
And that's going to be the future for both these ball clubs. Ben Natal and also Davion Davion Linder. And Mario Newsom with the big-time spin move, big man ability, and he's starting to get better and better each game. He has that raw talent, but we also said by game 4 or 5, man, he's going to be really ready to go. And that's what he likes to shoot.
And a fight for the ball under the net there. York High with the ball, bringing it up court. Looks like he stepped out of bounds. Joel Tucker. Central ball.
And York High having that big man presence is something that has been absent for the last couple of years for York High. Now that they have it, you can tell the faithful fans are in love with having a big man in the middle that can swap balls and get things, make guys change their shot.
Yeah, the excitement level from downtown York here is off the charts, too.
Ben Natal for the pull-up. The freshman for Ben Natal for Central York is averaging 11 points so far in this year. With the steal.
With the steal, bringing the ball up court, Ben Natal.
He took his eyes off the ball for a second. Steal by Jacir Vega with a no look to Cam Gonzalez. Jacir. And there's another push.
Isaiah DeShields bringing the ball up court.
Mario Newsom with the great
Newsom
outlet.
there in the paint. There's Jazir Vega. Fouled as he goes to the net.
And that's one thing that Isaiah DeShields has to control is his speed. Sometimes I saw, earlier in the season, he get a couple charges here and there, and he likes to go for big time blocks. So he needs to stay on the court and stay and not in foul trouble. That's very important for him to stay on the court throughout the whole game.
Jazir Vega with 10 points, looking to add to his point total, and he does. That's his 11th point tonight. Leads all scorers. You remember last week, Jazir Vega had a big scoring output against Woodland Hills.
He did.
And they're lost to Woodland Hills last
Friday.
And
I say, Jacir Vega is very crafty with the ball, very ball quick. Like I said, not blazing speed as far as running, but when he has the ball in his hand, he can score against pretty much anybody. In my opinion, he's that good. And that's a great job for Jacoby Baker drawing the foul.
The senior for Central York,
getting himself to the line.
A 7-point lead for York High, 19-12.
And Jacoby Baker had a good campaign last year during his junior season. Averaged about 10, 11 points for Central York. Was one of the starters returning from last year, one of the few starters. Him and Ethan Dotson. And again, this team for Central York will be a different team once Greg Gottinger does come back into the line. The 6'7", pretty much the wingman, to be honest with you. The big-time shooter. Remember, one game last year, he hit 7 threes. In one game, had 36 points. So he can score a lot of buckets.
Well, he's been a player of the game for our broadcast previous season.
And that's a good steal.
And a steal there, Jacoby Baker, a 2-on-1 situation. And in James Jackson with his first points tonight.
And right there, Central York is creeping back up to tie this game up.
3 right now, 19-16 York High do with just over a minute and a half to go.
And both teams match up very well. Both teams have freshmen out there playing. Both have senior leaders. Cam Gonzalez.
And a nice.
With the textbook. That's Ben Natal with the ball. Saw a cutter off.
And a scramble
that's a
for
good
the ball
hustle
there.
from Ethan Dotson.
Oh, it's swatted away there. Amari Newsom kind of.
And you never know, man.
Amari does in the paint, dude.
Amari Newsom might set the block record this year for York High, man, because he records about 4 a game.
And that's one thing you notice from the York High Bearcats. They have that height there in the paint. Something that Central's lacking right now without Greg Gittinger.
And Amari Newsom, he also has coordination. Not only is he just blocking, not only is he jumping, but he's blocking the ball. He's getting his hand and eye on the rock and deflecting the rock.
And
good shot.
Big shot there.
That's Jacoby Baker, and that's what you expect from him. He's going to shoot the ball. He's a scorer. He likes to score in transition. And he's not a shot he's not scared to shoot.
5 points now for Jacoby Baker.
He can literally pull up from the logo if he wanted to.
Stepped out of bounds there by the freshman. Davion Linder not agreeing with the referee's decision on that ball. Stepped out of bounds. It'll be Central ball. Looks like Jacoby Baker will be the inbound passer.
With 38 seconds to go, you wonder if Central York is looking to hold the ball the whole 38 seconds to get a good play. I know they want to get a 3 design so they can go up 1 by the end of this quarter. Be foolish to get the ball back to York High at this point. Go ahead and burn that clock for about 30 seconds and see what they can get.
So much for that, dude.
They didn't waste any time.
3.
They waste any time.
And when you have a shooter like Jacoby Baker right now,
and
8 points.
And that's the same shot Jacoby just hit previously. So that's 2 threes back-to-back for Jacoby Baker. The senior for Central York, number 0. 10 seconds to go in the quarter. Joshua Vega with the ball, calls the screen. Omari Newsom opens up.
And a three-point shot comes up short for Jasir Vega. 3 seconds remain due. Let's see what the Bearcats can do. And the clock expires.
Right there, Miles
At
Walker.
the end of the first quarter, Central York 22, York High 21. Go ahead, Du.
And Miles Walker wasn't really aware of the shot clock, the clock winding down, and didn't get a chance to get a shot off.
You get a shot up. There's still 3 quarters. 3 quarters to go here from York High. Don't go anywhere, sports fans. It's been a real treat so far, Du. Jacoby Baker for Central has 8 points. Ethan Dotson with 8 points as well. On York High's side, well, Jasir Vega leads all scorers with 10 points.
Yeah, it was a high-scoring first quarter, 21-22. Right now, Central York is up by 1 point, and I think they came out exactly how they wanted to, showing aggression, knocking down their shots. As we said, Central loves to shoot the perimeter shot in threes, and right now they're falling. So it should be really interesting how the second quarter goes, because as we can see, they match up very well.
They do match up extremely well. Both teams tonight looking for their first win. One team will walk away with a win. I know Central next week will play at home. Central will play Red Lion next Tuesday.
Yeah, and this year, pretty much the YIAA Division I is pretty much for grabs. I believe New Oxford playing good ball.
Red Lion's
playing good ball. So, West York is also playing some really good ball.
West York in Division II, yeah, it has to be one of the maybe surprise teams, but nevertheless, they're there in Division II, YIAA.
We'll be featuring West York,
Bulldogs.
Susquehannock this year, York Suburban, Northeastern, Dallastown. And they got Imaj Walker, number 2, for York High with a hold. And he's a cornerback for York High as well, so he's a defensive specialist. He loves to play defense. Sometimes so much I don't think he concentrates on offense. But he needs to know that he's a two-way player, that he can put the ball in the bucket as well. It's just, very good defensive player. And there's another one.
And the easy put in.
And right now, Ethan Dodson is doing a great job of getting open and finding really open shots, to be honest with you. It's not contested. He's finding open shots.
Double digits for Ethan Dodson now with 10 points.
Little miscommunication going on between Jasir Vega.
Central ball. Jasir Vega realizing his mistake there.
And again, we see York High set up in their press.
As you mentioned, they like to do that.
That's their trademark. They're never going to give that up. More like a half-court trap going on right now, press. And they got what they wanted.
And a steal there by Imaj Walker.
With that steal, I'd like to see Imaj Walker go all the way to the rim with it. Ball out to Ethan Dotson, to Jaden Smeltzer.
And in.
That's 2 points.
Smeltzer gives Jaden 4 points tonight.
And that's what they need from Jaden Smeltzer. He's 6'3". He's one of their big men on their team. They need buckets in the paint from Jaden Smeltzer. He got his hands full with Omari Newsom tonight. And right now,
I see number 11, Owen Hill, in for Central, a player that to keep an eye on. And a put in there.
And that's Omari Newsom, as we said before. He's a big body. You got to box him out 100% of the time. And Ben Natal can knock that down when open. Cam Gonzalez with the outlet to Davion Lidner.
And Lidner with the easy bucket.
Great transition, great outlet for an easy layup to the freshman.
There it is, a big-time 3 by Owen Hill.
Owen Hill.
I was told by our statistician, Tyler Strawny, he's a player to keep an eye on. They've been utilizing him more with some injuries to this team.
Yeah, like I said, Central doesn't go really deep to the bench. But Owen Hill's getting some quality minutes. Jacoby Baker with the push. He's in transition. Kick out. Owen Hill.
There's Owen Hill again. Comes up short there on that three-point attempt.
And nowadays, Todd, you see the three-pointer being shot way more often than ever. I believe in the last couple years,
maybe back to the days of Steve Kerr when he was with the Chicago Bulls, if you remember.
You gotta give a lot of credit to that. You gotta give a lot of credit to Steph Curry. Steph Curry really changed the game in basketball. The all-time three-point leader with having all these young student athletes and just college pro players shooting threes. Freshman versus freshman right there. And that's a good shot he got off. Good box out from Jaden Smeltzer. Gives the ball Isaiah DeShields. Jaden Smeltzer can hit that shot there.
Travel.
And I believe if Jaden's going to shoot that shot, he needs to shoot it. Not think about it, because he actually can hit the three from the top of the key. Very interesting they call it a travel call on that, because a couple times down here on the York High side, I saw a couple guys kind of take a step before they dribble. So, you know, maybe they might keep a better, closer eye on that on both halves, because it seems like that's one of the calls that they're going to be calling this game. Maj Walker in the corner, set play.
And a big-time three by Amaj Walker.
And Maj Walker.
His first points in tonight's game.
That's a good hustle. Good push from Davion Leonard. He's up. Maj Walker.
And Maj Walker
with the big-time springs. Listed at 6 foot. Generously 6 foot. I believe it's more like a 5'11", but he plays above the rim.
A 1-point lead for York High, 30-29.
That's what Jaden Smeltzer needs to do. He needs to come into Amari Newsom and make him commit and see if he can draw a foul. Getting Amari into foul trouble really changes the game for York High in their game plan. Then Central can attack a little bit more and get to the bucket. I like to see Jaden Smeltzer as aggressive as he's been so far in his first half.
And at the free throw line, Jaden Smeltzer.
And that was an air ball, so you know the crowd are going to let you hear it.
No doubt about it. Hear it, yeah, and they are doing that right now.
You got to take it on the chin, come back, work harder. But you know, if they see an air ball, they're going to talk their trash. And with this shot here, he can tie the game up, which he does.
And tied up 30-30.
Right now, Maj Walker is being very active right now for York High. The freshman guard against James Jackson, the senior for York High. Very scrappy on defense.
Maj Walker.
And
shot comes up short.
Central York pushes.
DeShields to the net.
And that's a big time play from Joel Sucker. Took a charge. And that's going to get number
like
3.
up a little bit on the plate.
That's going to get number 3, DeShields. I'm sorry, Isaiah DeShields, 2 fouls.
You may want to keep an eye on that as the game progresses. 2 fouls for Isaiah DeShields for Central with just over 4 minutes to go. Tied up 30-30 from downtown York.
And right there is James Jackson with the steal.
And a scramble for the ball. Jackson with the ball.
Kick out,
Jacoby Baker.
And right now, James Jackson came up a little short on that 3. James is going to give a lot of defense. That's what he does. He's a scrappy player on defense.
Ethan Dotson checking back into the game for Central as James Jackson's sitting out.
Right now, with 3 minutes and 42 seconds to go in the second quarter, we also want to tell the fans, look at our sponsors that's located at the bottom of our screen. We have a lot of sponsors tonight, I believe 7 of them.
Yeah, Parma's Pizza.
Parma's Pizza, 717 Hoops, S3 Performance Training.
Beans Auto Sales in Hanover, Pennsylvania. And a new sponsor as well, Endless Work Training, LLC, by Dave Libner.
And also Parma's Pizza of Dallastown.
All sponsors for tonight's broadcast, and we thank our sponsors, and thank you, the fans, for tuning in this Friday night as you're watching in the comfort of your own home.
Also, can't forget Prestige Motor Cars of York. Good friends Jesse Ferber. Told me not too long ago that somebody came in and said they watched one of our telecasts and said they came in and bought a car because of that. So, really appreciate that. Jacoby Baker.
Sponsorship's paying off. How about
Absolutely.
it, too? Ben Natal with a big three there.
Ben Natal is good for hitting that three. The freshman is not shy when he's out there on that court.
His first points in tonight's game gives Central York a 3-point lead, 33-30, with just over 3 minutes to go. You're watching Sports Shooting Stars.
And Joel Tucker is trying to get that space. Looks like he's trying to get that one-on-one matchup. His coach allows him to get that one-on-one. And that's a jump ball call. And I do like that. Coach Gallen does allow his players to play some one-on-one, pick and roll, and go up the dribble type of plays. You don't see that always in the county, but Coach Gallen's one of those guys. He allows his players that can get space off a dribble to, you know, kind of do their thing and get a shot up. And when you got a guy like 6'7", Amarian Newsom in the middle, you know it's a good chance you get the rebound and give him an opportunity to score as well. Ethan Dotson, that's what he likes to shoot from.
And Dotson drains another
And
three.
that's 3 threes.
13 points for Ethan Dotson.
And he's shooting with a snarl on his face, too. So
Raining threes here, Dale.
he's ready. He's not shy, and this is what he wants. He wants the ball at that three-point range. Josier Vega, guard against Jacoby Baker.
A packed house has converged here tonight at York High. How about it? Nice to see the fans back in the stands tonight.
Absolutely.
And some special guests. I saw some Central York Panther football players here.
Yep.
Bo Prabula is here. Trenton Dunnick.
Carter Glassmeyer
Glassmeyer is here as well.
In his boot.
In his boot.
You know, hope he gets better very soon. You know, he has a couple Division I offers. Bo is going to Penn State. He has already committed.
Yes. And I believe Trenton Dunnick to Bloomsburg.
Yep, Trenton to Bloomsburg. That's a tough shot.
To all athletes, Central York, and seems as if there's a lid on the net there for York High recently, as Central York's up by 6, 36-30, with just over 2 minutes to go. DeShields for three.
DeShields took that three, but I believe he should have passed it to Ethan Dotson in the corner. Ethan's hot right now.
The kick out to Jasier Vega for three.
Can't express it enough how crafty Jasier Vega is with the ball. He pump fakes, he has a quick shift, and he knows how to get open very fast.
15 points for Jasier Vega. Ben Natal.
Ben Natal.
With a big-time three.
The quiet assassin. He doesn't say much. He just gets it done, man.
6 points for Ben Natal, the freshman for Central York.
Joel Tucker with the drive, all the way to the bucket, short. Ben Natal with the rebound, between two players. He pushes, all the way to the bucket. And that's a good move from Ben Natal, the freshman, in transition after hitting that three, being aggressive and going back down to get 2 more points.
1:26 to go now, a 6-point lead
I
for
believe that
Central
was
York.
a jump ball call, Todd. I
Yes,
thought it was a foul, but I believe it's a jump ball call. Interesting.
Coach Jeff Hoke talking to the referee right now, as is Coach Clovis Gallen here at about mid-court on the sidelines, wanting some explanation here.
And right now, Central York
Sheffield.
is playing their best ball of the season. Like I said, they have around 40 points going to halftime. You know, they have a game, I think,
Well, they were
last
at
night.
Cedar Cliff
They
last
only have
night.
about 41 points, I believe.
Yeah, tough loss for them
So,
at Cedar Cliff last night. And
Going
that's-
against 2 6'7" players last night against Cedar Cliff. But right now, I think Central's playing some of their best ball of the season, and I think that's what they need. They have some of their underclassmen as far as Ben Natal and Ethan Dotson stepping up, and that's been beneficial to them so far in this game.
And a big-time three, and makes it, Joel Tucker.
Ethan Dotson with the ball, Ben Natal out there for another three.
Off the
A little
rim.
short. You see, Central York loves the three.
We're seeing that on display tonight, dude.
Don't want it to be the demise, though. They want to go ahead and keep attacking and go into the bucket.
There's Jasier Vega, drives to the net.
Like to see Jaden Smelter be more aggressive right there and go for the block versus having his hands up. You got 5 fouls. You might as well use a couple of them.
Cash him in, get your money's worth. Huh?
Absolutely.
I want to thank my daughter tonight, behind the camera, working behind the camera.
Doing some camera work for us right now. We appreciate that.
As
Lexi
Joel
Miller,
Lexi's at
sophomore for Dallastown High School.
She's helping out tonight.
Volleyball player.
Yep, and Joel Tucker now at the free throw line. trying to inch York High back into this. Only down by 3, 39-36.
Checking into the game right now for Central York is Willie Covington, number 12.
I believe that's his first minutes into this game, Willie Covington. Checking in, as you mentioned, for Central York.
Very competitive first half with only 40 seconds to go. It's been a back and forth affair. Not many turnovers. Big time threes. I already have a dunk as well from Ethan Dodson, number 2 for Central York. And that's a shot that Jacoby likes to take. And just imagine, Central York's doing a great job of knocking down their threes, but if they just do a pump fake and take one more step in and knock down that 2, it's also a good shot as well.
10.6 seconds to go here.
And I believe the ball goes back to York High, and they have 10 seconds to make something happen. Central York has also done a great job of neutralizing somewhat Amarian Knutson, the 6'7" big man in the middle.
Right now, some confusion here on the court, Dew.
I don't know if that was considered a jump ball or. As both teams are huddling up.
Yeah, they.
And looks like Coach Gallon.
Unofficial timeout of sorts right now as the referees decide.
Looks like Coach Gallon's drawing up a play for the last 10 seconds. And again, we also have to tell the fans that there's a shortage on referees throughout the county. I've been seeing a lot of people talk about that. Some of these referees are doing 30 games a month now compared to only doing maybe 12 to 15. So, you got to give them a break here and there too, because they're really stretched thin on the referee side. And I don't know what the discrepancy is right now, Todd, to be honest with you.
We're trying to sort this out right now. It would appear as it not going to York High's way here right now in terms of the call.
And right now,
it's going to be Central's ball, and I believe that's the consternation of Coach Gallon right now in reference to the decision here. He feels it was York High's ball as it got out of bounds.
And Davion Lindner is all over Ethan Dotson.
And it's now York High's ball.
And York High feels like ball doesn't lie. It should have been the ball to begin with, but things like that happen from time to time.
10.9 seconds to go here, dude, before halftime. A 2-point lead for Central.
Checking in the game is Jaden Smeltzer. Checking out is Owen.
Owen Hill.
Owen Hills. Joels Tucker with the ball. Jasier Vega.
And it comes up short, and we have arrived at halftime.
Good defense from the Central York Ball Club. And we're at halftime with Central York up by 2 points, 39-37 over York High.
And, dude, it's been a good first half. I'll tell you what, from our perspective, it was very entertaining, back and forth matchup, not a blowout, and I'm impressed with both teams as both Central and York High searching for their first win of the season. As both teams make their way back to the locker rooms, I will let our fans know that Jasier Vega leads all scorers with 15 points tonight. For Central, Ethan Dotson has 13 points, and of course that big dunk earlier in the game, due.
Yeah, I believe Central right now is playing the game that they want to play. It's at their pace that they like to play. York High is not getting their turnovers like they normally get, in the beginning of the first half, but they'll get there.
Ben Natal, the freshman, has 6 points for Central. Jaden Smeltzer, 5 points. and Jacoby Baker have 8 points for Central York. Joels Tucker for York High has 7 points. Kamari Gonzalez, 4 points. Amari and Newsom, 4 points as well. And your score again here at halftime. Central York 39, York High 37. And of course, we want to remind the fans that are tuned in to tonight's game. Well, we're going to have another big game tomorrow night. Not too far from here at York High. We'll be at Bonnie B. Grimes Gym for a semi-pro basketball game between the Baltimore and York Buccaneers.
Yeah, Baltimore Hawks.
Baltimore Hawks.
York Buccaneers, Baltimore Hawks, they're sporting Akil Carr, which is a YouTube sensation, puts up a lot of points. He has a following everywhere he goes, big on Instagram. You know, the kids follow him and stuff like that.
He was a Seton Hall. I think Seton Hall was after him when he came out of high school. One of the top-rated players coming out of high school.
Yep, big-time player. And
Yeah,
we also got somebody here right now, Coach Kerry Glover.
Oh, okay.
Columbia High's coach. He's up here at halftime. We're going to have a quick interview with him, talk about what's going on
Coach
with
Glover,
him.
welcome to the broadcast
How's it
tonight.
going? All right.
You have an off night tonight.
Yes, first home game of the season tomorrow night.
Looking forward to it, huh?
And who you guys play tomorrow?
Schuylkill Valley. Yeah.
Okay. Yeah. So you want to give us a little bit of evaluation of the first half, and maybe some keys that you think that Central York needs to do or York High needs to do to come out with a victory tonight.
Well, for me, I said before the game, talking to the crowd down there, a couple guys, I told them it was going to be a dogfight. Got both teams looking for their first win of the season. I think Central came out defensively. I think they did a really good job defensively. Their ball movement is what's keeping them around, and got them back. York High came out strong. Home game, they came out strong, but I think they started to fall in love with the three-point shot a little too much. But you make some, you miss some. You just got, as long as you competing and playing hard, you got to live with the results.
Well, let me ask you a question. As a coach, we were talking about that earlier. The three-point shot is something that Steph Curry has really revolutionized the game. It's hard to tell a guy don't shoot a three. And as a coach, guys love to fall in love with the three. So what do you tell your guy, even when he's open for a three? I mean, what's some of the language that you have for some of your players when about the three-point game? Because God, like you said, guys love to fall in love with the three-point game.
Yeah, well, I mean, for me, my guys, I just let them know, as long as you're competing on the defensive end, you pretty much got free reign offensively, as long as it makes sense. And I think majority of the shots tonight, with some driving kicks, things like that, where they open in rhythm shots. As a coach, you can't argue with those, but it's the dribble the air out of the ball, 4 or 5 dribbles, and you take a standstill three with a defender right in front of you. It just it disrupts everything. It hurts your team offensively.
In between York High and Central York, now their coach are in there talking to them about the first half. What do you believe that they need to do as far as adjustments in the second half to seal the win? What adjustments do you think that Central needs to do or York High needs to do to kind of seal this win? It's only 2 more quarters left in this ball game, and somebody has to win because both these teams are winless right now.
Right. I would say for York High, I think a few things to focus on would be trying to get the ball on the interior a little more. They're big man. I know he doesn't have the seasoning that most of these other guys have, but I think this is the most consistent and best effort that he's displayed so far in this young season. He has to get more touches, and obviously, again, just going back to the shot selection, if they can do a better job with that, I think that'll be the key for them to win. For Central, I think if they continue to put pressure on York High, make them guys defend, and not just whoever brings the ball down is the initial person with the basketball is the guy that's doing the attack, and you're making their job on defense easy. So I think if Central does that, keep that ball moving. I mean, the last 3-4 minutes of the second quarter, they had probably 6 or 7 wide open shots just from ball movement. York High's rotations were just a step too late.
Yeah, I agree with you. I think that in the second half, York High needs to focus a little bit more on Amari and Newsom and getting him involved because I believe they do have a size advantage with him down the middle.
No doubt.
Even if you miss a shot, he still has an opportunity to get a rebound and box out and do things like that. So I think it's key. And I believe Coach Gallen is going to focus on that in the second half because it's the eye test. He's the big man in there, try to work it through, at least for this particular game, work it through that game right there. And also just to give people a little bit of feedback about you. Last year you were Coach of the Year, correct?
Yeah.
Coach of the Year last year, and also you guys won your division.
Yeah, we won our section. That was our second year in a row winning the section. Then we went to our league playoffs. We lost, and then we lost the district championship game by 5. So we're just looking to rebound, and that's our goal this year is to win districts.
Yeah, I was going to ask you. So the goal this year is pretty much your counties, districts, and then venture off in the states as well. We actually got you guys on our schedule against executive education. That's right. So really excited about that game. Like to see you guys play.
Very good program. Should be a very good game. They have they have 2 commits. One going to Florida State, and the other one going to Drexel. So a very, very good program.
You'll have your work cut out for you. Well, tell the viewers a little bit about your team. We've been talking about this game tonight. How's your team, Coach, coming into the season?
So far, so good. We're 3-0. So we're excited to have our first home game tomorrow, get back in front of our crowd, our fans, and our gym, our atmosphere is a little different. Come up on the hill. It's real small, that old school feel to it. So it gets loud, that gym gets rocking, and we're just excited, man. Just taking it one game at a time.
Kind of reminds you of the movie Hoosiers, your gym from up there on the hill. But
and we also, like I said, I know you're being modest right now, but you got a really good player on your team by your son, man, Kerry Glover Jr. He's a seasoned point guard, knows how to score. Like I said, he's been underneath your wing for a long time as far as playing with you. He knows what to expect from you know what to expect from like night and day, man. So he's a really good player. Him and Robert Footman Jr. are controlling the backcourt. And like I said, you just give us a little bit of feedback of your backcourt players. And as I said, don't be modest, man. Your son's out. It's a senior year. Got to put it out there.
Yeah, I mean, I said it last year, and I totally feel that way this year as well. I believe that I have the best backcourt in Central PA. Like, I stand by my guys. They work hard. They're dedicated to perfecting their craft. And, I'll ride with them 100%.
I'm looking forward to this broadcast. We're ready to. I mean, we got a big one tonight, but this
absolutely,
one here has
man.
got me.
Like I said, I think you're doing a good job of scheduling and getting those type of teams like executive education on your list, getting your guys promoted. Like I said, and your hard work is paying off by being coach of the year, winning your division, and like I said, we want to give you a lot of flowers while you still got while you still can hear it. You know what I'm saying? So.
Well, thanks for joining us, Coach. All the best tomorrow.
Yeah, for sure, man. Appreciate it. Yeah, no doubt. Yep.
Coach Glover in the house here in the broadcast booth as both teams have made their way back onto the court. And
also got to mention his brother plays as a coach for. I'm sorry, not to cut you off. His brother Kevin Glover is the girls coach for York High. So they're all in the system. And also his other brother Kyle Moore is the freshman coach for York High freshman boys. So it's a family thing when it comes to the brothers.
Hey, and we have a special guest here as well. We might as well bring him in here.
He got some stats for us.
Tyler Strider.
We got Asir Vega with 15 points in the first half, and Joels Tucker with 7. All right, for Central, we got Ethan Dodson taking over this game. He's got 15 points in the first half. Jacoby Baker's got 8. During the first time out, we were listening on Coach Hoke, all right? He said, show me you want to win. Show me you want this enough, all right? And Ethan Dodson came out and responded. He hit 2 hitch threes, and I think Central is on path to save their season tonight. For Coach Gallen, though, it's been a chess match. He put super sophomore Maj Walker in there tonight, and he's been giving Central fits on defense. He had a huge 3, so if he keeps playing defense, Central's going to have fits all night. So let's see how this goes. This is a great game. It's a great Friday night, and it doesn't get any better than this. It's high school basketball.
No, and we thank you for coming in. You're looking for a career in broadcasting, correct?
Yes, I am. I'm going to major in sports management. I'm pursuing a career in broadcasting, coaching, whatever. It's sports. Sports is awesome. It doesn't get any better than this. And Sports Shooting Stars in York County Friday night, YA matchup. It's a great night. So.
We're glad you're part of it with us tonight. Yep, he's here. Again, that's Tyler Stroney here in the house with our stats tonight, providing some commentary. We appreciate it. We mentioned my daughter operating the camera here, and it's a small town feel here, but we're soon set to start the second half here. My broadcast partner, Dude Jones, and Todd Edwards.
Yeah, we should resume play in about another minute or so.
Want to remind our fans that are tuned in, the holiday season is upon us, so we As we a week away from Christmas Eve. Can you believe it, too? Or
Yeah.
are you looking forward to the holiday season?
Well,
coming up?
it comes fast every year, and I'm always looking forward to it because I know the kids get really into it and things like that. So it's always a good time around the holidays. And here's the start of the second half.
Central will be moving right to left on your TV screen. York High left to right. A 2-point lead right now for Central York.
Isaiah DeShields with the quick drive,
And the
quick first step. Puts Central York up by 4 points. Yasir Vega in and out.
Out of bounds. Central will retain possession of the ball.
And that's Isaiah
Nice bucket
DeShields
there by
again.
Isaiah DeShields gives Isaiah 6 points tonight.
He's coming out in the second half, ready to play.
His batteries are recharged from halftime. How about it?
Yeah, taking his guy off the dribble and getting something going. And that's all Jaden Smeltzer can really do is kind of push, use his body to get Amari Newsom uncomfortable on the block. That's a nice pass.
Nice pass.
From David Lindner.
Kamari Gonzalez now with 6 points for York High.
Jacoby Baker bringing the ball up the court. Going straight to the bucket. Smeltzer with the rebound. Short. Joels Tucker passes up. And right there, freshman versus freshman. That's Davion Leonard
15 versus 15. How about it? You're keeping
versus
score
Ben
on the program.
Natal.
Have a feeling we're going to be seeing them for the next couple years.
Yeah.
How about it?
Well, that's two players from opposite teams that's pretty much going to be the brunt. We're going to carry the team for the next couple of years, starting next year. And I really like the tempo from both ball clubs right now between York High and Central York. They're running up and down the court. I mean, they're playing defense, but they're also scoring some tough buckets.
And the freshman with the put in, Davion Linder. Davion with 4 points in tonight's contest.
Joels Tucker with the no-look pass. York High retains possession.
A 2-point lead right now for Central York with 6:12 to go.
And York High's knocking on the door right now to tie the game up or take the lead. And Martin Newsom in the paint, that's where they want him at. Little deep, little further out than he typically wants. He wants to get a little deeper, but he'll get that game. That'll come to him.
It's Vega with the put in.
Right now, Coach Oak called a
Jeff
timeout.
Oak.
He didn't want that play from Jaden Smeltzer right now.
And we're knotted up here in the third quarter, 43-43 with 5:51 to go. Jazeer Vega leads all scores with 17 points. An impressive outing so far for Vega for York High.
Right now, Central York has to keep their cool. They know they're in a hostile environment here at York High. So, there's going to be some runs back and forth, but they want to stay competitive in this game. They want to come out with their first victory of the year.
Yep.
They have to stay cool, calm, and have composure going into the second half, especially when York High makes their run, because they will make a run.
Yeah, and I have a feeling this game may come down to the final shot, the final second, and it's good for the viewers, good for everyone tuned in tonight to Sports Shooting Stars. A great matchup. We try to feature that game of the week. I have a feeling this game here is going to, as mentioned, going to come right down to the final second, We're getting our money's worth so far in our second broadcast of this season.
And as we said before, all our games so far the last couple years have been really nail-biters, down to the wire, hardly any blowouts on the football side or basketball. So Ben Natal with the dribble drive, kick out to James Jackson, Jacoby Baker with the drive, going left hand.
A little left-handed action there by Jacoby Baker as he's sent to the free throw line. Jazeer Vega with his second foul. Tied up 43-43 here with 5:32 to go. It's 9 points for Jacoby Baker. Jacoby Baker, double digits with 10 points.
I think York High's doing a great job this game, showing more patience and working the ball around the perimeter.
And an easy put in.
Great hustle from Amari Newsom. Not much banking Natal could have did right there.
Making his presence felt for York High, Amari and Deuce.
And you want to go at Amari Newsom on the offensive end. You want to try to get him out by the three-point line and see if you can get a mismatch and get to the bucket.
Nice bucket there.
And that's a part of Jacoby Baker's game. He has that mid-range shot, can knock it down with ease, and he looks for that shot as well. He just needs a little bit of space, and once he gets that, he launches.
12 points now for
Freshman
Jacoby
versus
Baker.
freshman right now.
It's one of those key matchups, I think. You're just seeing the freshmen battle it out here.
And Joels Tucker, guarded by Isaiah DeShields. Short.
Baker bringing the ball up court for Central York.
And Jacoby Baker can shoot that again if he gets the opportunity.
And a steal
Joels
there by
Tucker with
Joels
a great
Tucker.
steal. Right now, there's a little in that rim for York High.
There is. Foul called on Joels Tucker.
Checking in the game for Central York is number 11, Owen Hill.
Owen Hill.
Checking out is number 15, Ben Natal for Central York. Bringing the ball up is Isaiah DeShields, number 3. Haven't said Ethan's name too much in the second half. Started in the first half with 13 points. 3 big threes from Ethan Dotson. Jacoby splits it with ease. Short.
Nice big time bucket there.
And that's a nice shot. Very confident shot from Isaiah DeShields.
No doubt. Gives Isaiah 8 points and a 4-point lead for Central right now. 49-45 with just over 3.5 minutes to go from downtown York. Bearcat Nation here. Big rivalry game between two Division I schools.
And this is a nice matchup, as I keep saying, between Joels Tucker and Isaiah DeShields. It looks like Joels Tucker's open. James Jackson with the rebound. Kick out to Jacoby. Owen Hills. And Jacoby could have used not that dribble there.
York High ball.
And the referees are letting them play a little bit.
Yeah.
It's getting a little scrappy, and they let them play a little bit. It has been a long third quarter so far.
It's been fun to call so far, dude. There's Jazeera Vega. In and in. Big three.
And that's 3 to 4 3-pointer for Jazeera Vega so far. Don't have the official report on that as of yet.
20 points for Jazeera Vega, leads all scores.
And right now, Central York needs to crash the boards. We can't just have Owen Hills crashing. Everyone needs to get involved.
Third quarter action here. Central York 50, York High 48.
And that's a great defensive play from Owen Hill.
2:32 to go.
Right now, York High's in their full court press.
As you mentioned earlier, they like to press and trap teams. And they easy put in there for Owen Hill.
And that was a nice assist from Ethan Dotson, number 2 for Central York. Joel Tucker with the ball, guarded against Isaiah DeShields. Phillip is his dad. Davion kicks the ball back out, reevaluates, goes strong, and one. And right there, Davion uses his size over Jacoby Baker. Davion's listed at 6'1", Jacoby Baker 5'9", 5'10". And right there, Davion used his size to get to the bucket for the and one.
6 points for Davion, the freshman, for York High.
Nice addition for York High. Coach Gallen believes in him a lot. Like I said, he's going to be the future in the next couple of years for York High Bearcats. James Jackson with the ball. Pass out to Isaiah DeShields. James Jackson open. He thinks about the three-pointer.
And there's a three-point attempt and made by Owen Hill. 8 points for Owen Hill, dude.
And Owen Hill is not wasting no time. He gets open. He likes to shoot that shot.
He likes that three.
And right now, Central York is up by 4 points in the third quarter. And that's good defense. And he's on the ground. And Central York has the ball. Dish up. Good defensive play from Jazeera Vega.
(55-51) with 1:16 to go here.
Checking back into the game is number 2, Amaj Walker. Ethan Dotson came a little bit short on that play there. And that's a good pass
Nice
from Davion
bucket
Leonard.
For Kamari Gonzalez.
That's a good pass as well from Jacoby Baker to Ethan Dotson.
15 points for Ethan
And that's
Dotson.
Ethan's first 2 points of the second half. He had 13 in the first half. He was hot.
Yep.
Maybe that's the light that he needs to catch on fire for the second half of this game. James Jackson with the push. It's a bad angle. And Amari Newson's down.
Amari Newson running off the court. Yeah, he's off court right now. Appears injured. Believe maybe the training staff. Hey, he's on his feet right now. Marion Newson has got to jog off. Well, he's back. He's got to have to come out for at least a play here.
Yeah, he has a limp going on right now.
Yeah, gutting it out here. The training staff will tend to him on the sideline.
Hope everything's okay with Amarian, which
Yeah.
I believe it is. He may be sore, may got kicked.
Comes up short there, Owen Hill.
And Owen Hill, he's not afraid to shoot that shot.
No,
He
he's
shot an
not.
air ball, but, you know, he got open again. He still fired it. Came a little bit short. Isaiah DeShields got the rebound.
And the foul will be sent to the free throw line. Isaiah with 8 points, looking to add to his point total here. A 4-point lead for Central, 57-53. And a do it appears as if there's a lid on that. Out of bounds. Do a lot of excitement here. How about it from the coaching staff?
Yeah, they're getting fired
Central,
up
yes.
between the coaching staff, and it's going to get like that as this game continues. It's a very close, contested game.
Referee telling a lot of the coaches to sit down.
Yeah, it was very close to a technical
Yeah.
being called, at least a warning. Only 2.5 seconds to go in this third quarter. Central York is going to have an opportunity.
Marion Newsom looks as if he's going to check back in. Coming out for a breather. Number 24, Messiah Greer.
And they want Marion Newsom all over the inbounder to obstruct his view so he doesn't get a clear shot passing the ball in. Jacoby. I was going to say Jacoby Baker does have that range, but didn't get a chance to get the shot off.
Well,
And
we've arrived at the end of the third quarter, dude.
and
Central York 57.
there's a possibility that York High may have the ball back with 1 second because there was a double dribble call on Jacoby Baker. So he's going to figure out if they are going to put a second back on the clock. They put
0.3 seconds, dude.
tenths of a second. Don't know if they can get anything off with this besides a lob.
I mentioned we arrived at the end of the third quarter. Not so fast, Sport Shooting Stars. 0.3 seconds. York High will attempt to get a shot off here.
The referee has given Jaden Smelter some rules about inbound play. Jester Vega bringing the ball out. It's a lot of huss and fuss for only 0.3 seconds, but let's see what happens. And that's the lob that I was saying. Pretty much the only play you could have done with only 0.3 seconds. Just lob the ball towards the rim. Hopefully Amari Newsom can jump up and tip it in.
Little alley hoop, of sorts here with. But it's Central ball now. Now we're going to see what Central can do.
Close.
It was close there by James Jackson. And now we have arrived at the end of the third quarter with your score. Central York 57, York High 53. It's been a good game so far between both teams in search of their first victory.
And we said again, like, York High and Central York are, winless so far this year, but they're putting a lot of effort and guts out tonight for this game, and neither one of the teams want to lose. You can see that tonight playing against each other.
Want to reminder fans to tune in tomorrow night. First tip-off scheduled for 6:30. Not too far from here, from Bonnie B. Grimes Gym, as the York Buccaneers, a semi-pro basketball team, will be playing the Baltimore Hawks, led by Akil Clark, a sophomore sensation. Akil Clark, check him out he'll be there tomorrow from Bonnie B. Grimes Gym. And we encourage you to tune in to Sports Shooting Stars tomorrow night as after tomorrow night, we'll take a little break for the holidays and resume our action next year in 2022.
Yeah, the new year's coming up very fast, Todd. Before you know it,
It
it'll be
is.
2022. And as the fans can see, some of the York High cheerleaders getting their fans and their fans excited for this fourth quarter, which is coming all down to this, Todd. I think Central York did a great job of controlling the first 3 quarters. They were leading after each quarter, after the first 3 quarters. They don't want to give it up in the fourth. They want to stay aggressive and also, like I said, come out with a win. You don't have a shot clock. I always tell high school kids, when you're up by a few points, you don't have a shot clock. You want to take your time and get a good shot because, turnovers can cause, a lot of points going the other way.
Correct. We're back to action. What a reminder, fans. Our first game of 2022 will be Central York and Northeastern in the Backyard Brawl. But tonight we still have York High and Central.
I want to thank all the fans for tuning in tonight. I want to also thank the game sponsors. You can see their information at our lower third. Or their contact information.
Well, Dean's Auto.
But Bruce Wahlberg, Parma Pizza
Parma's
of
Pizza
Dallastown with Darren Bonaquista.
S3
Prestige
Performance Training as well.
with John Turpek and Ron Johnson. Also Prestige Motor Cars of York with Jesse Ferber. 717 Hoops with Van Davis, a former graduate of York High. Also a football player for York High as well. And Endless Work Training with Dave Lindner. Check all these people out on Facebook.
And we thank each and every one of our sponsors for tonight's support. And a steal there. Ethan Dotson drives to the net.
That's a good steal and a good drive from Ethan Dodson. That's not how York High wants to start off the fourth quarter with a quick turnover and sending one of the best shooters for Central York to the line, shooting 2.
Ethan Dotson with 15 points, looking to add to his point total as he's sent to the free throw line.
Josir Vega checking back in, the crafty shooter for York High, number 3. Expect him to get some shots up in his fourth quarter. As I said again, he's probably one of the best, one of the best scorers for York High, and really in the county this year when it comes to getting his shot up and scoring buckets. The Central York is picking up full court.
A 5-point lead for the Panthers over the Bearcats.
And I think David Lindner, he sees something in Jacoby. I think he sees the matchup as far as his size advantage. But Jacoby Baker is a seasoned guard. He knows how to use his body. And right now, York High doesn't want to implode. They don't want to, start putting the fingers at each other and, not playing the good basketball they've been playing for the last 3 quarters. Fourth quarters are very crucial, and you got to have this, the stamina to finish this game out. And that's a good shot from Isaiah DeShields, number 3 for Central York.
Isaiah hits double digits with 10 points due.
James Jackson following Davion Leonard. And that may be on the floor. Oh, no, that's sending Davion Leonard to the line.
Setting the
2.
freshman. With 7 points, Davion looking for more here.
And he gets a lot of quality minutes. He starts for York High, and he plays a lot of minutes as a freshman.
And again, we mentioned earlier, he's going to be around for the next couple of years for this York High Bearcat team.
And also want to mention when people watching Central York and they're having that 0-4 record, they also have to remind those people that's watching those games from Central York that they're missing Greg Gottinger. There are 6'7",
the son of former NBA player Jake Gittinger.
6'7" sophomore.
Yep.
Uncharacteristic miss by Josir
Vega miss
Vega.
too many times.
That's a good hustle, but not enough.
Yeah, not enough. It'll be York High's possession with 6:32 to go and a 6-point lead, 59-53, Central York. And a nice crowd is assembled here tonight.
Absolutely.
And,
as we said again, both these teams want to get that monkey off their back. They want to get that win. And I know York High does not want to lose on their home field. Their home court. Jacier Vega. He makes up with that missed layup with a big-time three. It cuts Central York's lead to only 3.
Only 3, and at 23 points for Jacier Vega, who's on fire for York High. With 6:17 to go, Central York 59, York High 56. Be a good time to thank our sponsors for tonight's broadcast. Dean's Auto Plaza, 6851 York Road in Hanover, Pennsylvania. Check out their inventory on Facebook and online. York and Adams County's biggest car and truck dealer. They have discounts and specials going on weekly. When you get there, ask for Bruce Wolber. S3 Performance Training. Looking to burn some calories or simply want to get in shape? Contact John Turpak or Ron Johnson at S3 Performance Training, located at 2810 East Prospect Road, York, Pennsylvania. They specialize in individual and group performances to help every athlete reach their maximum potential. Also, 717 Hoops, a premier AAU boys and girls basketball program in central Pennsylvania with 2 primary goals, skill development and exposure. The program focuses on player development, and they compete at their highest level. Also, Parma's Pizza of Dallastown, located at 476 East Main Street and also 1041 Haynes Road right here in York, Pennsylvania. Pizza's so great, you'll scrape your plate. And also Endless Work Training, LLC by Dave Lindner. All sponsors for tonight's broadcast.
And you can see all their contact information and their logos at the bottom of our screen. If you're interested in being a sponsor this year, please reach out to Todd Edwards, or even Du Jones, or go right to the Sports Shooting Stars page.
And the
that's
put
a tough
in there.
shot. And Amari Newsom is down again.
Right now. Dude down on the hardwood right now, Omari and Newsom, and he seems to be wreathing in pain as Dr. Finch is there by his side, and the training staff, along with head coach Clovis Allen, is out.
He was down not too long ago.
He was down earlier, and he seems to be wreathing in pain right now. If our camera operator can get a good glimpse of this.
Hopefully he only rolled his ankle.
And I believe his mother making her way out on the court as well. It would appear to be his right leg or ankle due.
Right
Again,
now,
as the training staff, along with head coach Clovis Gallen and Dr. Fitch, are out there.
And right now he's being attended to.
You hate seeing this in a game, you love the competition standpoint that we see, but with injuries like this, it's...
And as we said before, with him being a big man in the middle, he's going to go for a lot of block shots, and he's going to be off his feet quite often, looking to block shots. You just want him to come down safe and sound and not get injured.
Yeah, you don't want the injury part. It's just an ugly part of the game, and right now we have an injury timeout with 5:56 to go. Central York 61, York High 56. And he's on his feet. Walking gingerly. And not being able to put much weight on his right foot there, as he's going to be taken back to the training.
And without a doubt, he's in extreme pain.
Yes. Going to be taken back to the training
and
office.
That really changed the trajectory for York High and what they want to do in this game.
Well, a big presence there in the paint.
Also want to let the fans know that number 3, Jacier Vega, has 5 threes in this game so far.
Well, and leads all scorers with 23 points. And we're back to action here as York High has the possession, moving left to right on your TV screen.
Joel Tucker guarded by Isaiah DeShields. Ball out to Davian Lindner. Out to Amaj Walker. Right now it looks like York High is looking for something.
And a rebound there by DeShields.
Didn't appear to be a backyard violation because he jumped over Jacoby Baker, but that's the
what
call that was called.
Yeah, it was called.
And that'd have been Jacier Vega's 6'3" if he'd have knocked that down. Joel Tucker, couple steps. And Joel Tucker's a big-time scorer for York High. He hasn't got into rhythm.
Well, he was last week, if you recall, against the Woodland Hills.
Hasn't pretty much got in rhythm so far in this game with only 7 points.
7 points.
But he's playing really good defense and helping his team stay in this game. Right now, Central York is just looking for a good shot, and they found it. Oh, no, they kicked it back out. Nice patience.
And a put in there by Isaiah DeShields, 14 points now. Central 63, York High 56 with just over 4.5 minutes to go.
And right now, York High has to find something going. This is close to the largest deficit of the game so far. Offensive foul against number 3, Jacier Vega for York High. James Jackson bringing the ball up the court. Right there, Jaden Smeltzer, he needs to know what he wants to do with the ball. He's either going to score or pass it. It's very important, with only 4 minutes to go, knowing how scrappy York High is. Jaden Smeltzer, when he has the ball, he has to be aggressive with it. Is he going to score or is he going to pass it? York High's looking for that steal, and they got it.
It's going to send Joel Tucker to the free throw line, dude. And each scoring opportunity rather pivotal for this York High Bearcat, as this is the biggest deficit they've had all game, either side.
And it's the wrong time to have it with only a little less than 4 minutes, around 4 minutes to go in the game.
A 6-point lead right now for Central York, dude.
And Joel Tucker knocks that down, gives them 8 points on the night.
And a steal there, Joel Tucker taking it to the net, in and out of the bucket. DeShields bringing the ball up court. And the put in. 16 points for
tough bucket from Isaiah DeShields. And right now,
approaching that 20 points per game average that Isaiah DeShields comes into tonight's game with, too.
Right now, it doesn't seem like York High's setting up any offense. Just kind of passing the ball and see what they can get off the dribble. But they want to set up an offense and play better defense if they want to get back into this game, as Central York has their biggest lead so far with a 9-point lead. I'm sorry, 8-point lead.
8-point lead, but Tucker at the free throw line. You know, we've done 2 York High games. A player for York High that's impressed me in both outings so far, Jacier Vega. I mean, he's put up some points. A real player for the York High Bearcats. Tucker now with 8 points.
And right now, York High is in the bonus, so they'll be going to the line shooting 1-and-1 each time they get fouled. That's a nice shot from Joel Tucker, puts him in double digits.
And a steal there by York High Vega to Tucker. And the easy put in. Timeout called by
And that's
Central
2 steals back-to-back. That's pretty much on James Jackson. They got to get the ball to more of a ball handler, because that's a quick 4 points for York High.
Just like that, with just a few seconds ticking off the clock, 3:20 to go. Central York 65, York High 61.
We'll try to get an update on Omarion, see how he is right now. I have Tyler Stoney down there, see if he can figure it out. And we'll let the fans know how he's doing.
He was taken back to the trainer's room here at York High, wreathing in pain, and I doubt we'll see him in this game, based off what we saw earlier with 3:20 to go. With this break, we'd like to thank our sponsors for tonight's broadcast: Dean's Auto Plaza, S3 Performance Training, 717 Hoops, Parma's Pizza of Dallastown, and Endless Work Training, LLC by David Lindner. All sponsors for tonight's broadcast. And we thank our sponsors and thank our fans for tuning in to Sports Shooting Stars tonight.
And right now, with York High pressing the way they are, and that's going to send Central York for a 1-on-1. And right now, the way that York High is pressing, they have to have the ball in the ball handler's hands. And you want to see the ball in Jacoby Baker's hands or Isaiah DeShields.
And we're seeing Marion Newsom making his way, walking back out here on crutches, Not a good sign for the
Looks
Bearcat
like his ankle's
team.
wrapped up pretty
his
tight.
His ankle is wrapped. Yeah, with his ankle is wrapped with some ice there for Marion Newsom, and I believe his night will be completed tonight with 6 points.
Right now, he can only give up moral support for his team.
No doubt about it.
As he physically cannot play. And right now, Central York has a 6-point lead.
14 points for Jacoby Baker as York High has a possession, a 6-point lead. Maj Walker and the put
And that's Cam Gonzalez, the big-time leaper for York High.
Kamari Gonzalez is double digits with 10
Looks like
points.
Joel Tucker lost his shoe. Or someone lost his shoe out there. That's Davion Lidner.
The freshman for York High. Going to take a moment to put his shoe on as Jaden Smeltzer is at the free throw line.
And these free throws right now are very crucial. He definitely can knock him down. Number 5, Jaden Smeltzer, the senior on the Central York Ball Club. Little strong on the first shot. Has a chance to redeem himself. Very questionable, very questionable.
Yeah.
I
There's
pretty
been
much
a couple of those tonight, but the Stripes are in charge tonight here,
Always. Joel Tucker, guard against Isaiah DeShields, which is a really nice matchup. Isaiah DeShields has 16 points. Joel Tucker has 10. I apologize, Joel Tucker has 12 right now. And Davion Leonard is doing a great job of getting to the bucket, stopping the clock, and getting these, these charity free throws to put his team back into the game.
Now it's time for Davion to cash in here, and he does. He makes his first 2 shots.
And that gives the freshman 8 points.
8 points
in tonight's contest. He knocks him down. Both of them very cool, calm, and collective. Right now, York High's banking on a steal. They love to score in transition. And there it is.
There it is. You called it.
And he got to get the ball past that timeline, and he did.
And a 3-point shot. And a foul called.
And that's a big-time rebound from the freshman, Davion Lidner. That sent him back to the line. He just knocked down 2 free throws without hesitation. He's probably still in rhythm to knock down 2 more. And if he does, it ties the game up 67-67.
Much to the delight of the York High Bearcat fan base here.
And that press from York High wasn't very effective in the first half, but in the second half, it has been very effective. More so in the fourth quarter.
And Davion Leonard is sent to the free throw line here. His chance to tie things up here.
And as we said,
he hits double digits, dude, with 10.
As we said, his dad, Dave Leiner,
a sponsor tonight.
Endless work training, and they practice free throws and a lot of agility tests, agility drills all throughout the season. And, he's built for these type of plays.
Well, we're tied up, dude.
And that gives the freshman 11 points.
With
he's in double digits.
2:15 and counting, dude, here in the fourth quarter.
4 players right now for York High in double digits. 3 players for Central York in double digits. So it has been a very well-balanced game. And Jaden Smith actually has a mismatch with Davion on him. He needs to go to the bucket with it. And from my angle, it looked like a good defensive play from Jasir Vega. But the referee,
Vega, that's his 4th foul.
But the referee saw it different.
And we know
sending Jaden Smeltzer back to the line.
You get 5 fouls. He's at the 4 spot right now. Jasir Vega leads all scores with 23 points. But it sends number 5, Jaden Smeltzer, who has 5 points, to the free throw line.
Jaden Smeltzer just missed 2 from the free throw line. Now he has an opportunity to redeem himself.
And as you mentioned earlier, each scoring opportunity is pivotal here.
With the score tied 67-67. And one thing you don't want to do at the line, you don't want to fade back. You don't want to do anything. You want to sit there and knock down that free throw. He has another opportunity to knock it down. And this crowd is very loud in here tonight.
It is jacked up here tonight.
And he knocks down that 1 and puts Central York up by 1 point with 1 minute, 49 seconds to go in the contest. Big time rebound from Amaj Walker.
And the put in by
acrobatic
Amaj Walker.
shot.
And a 1-point lead for York High, due 69-68 with 1:29 to go here in the fourth quarter.
Yeah, and Amaj Walker haven't done a whole lot on the offensive side of this game, but he came up with a big time rebound and a crucial shot to put his team up by 1 point.
And 7 points for Amaj Walker.
And as we said again earlier in the game, this is anybody's game. Both teams are coming in winless. They don't want to walk away. Either team wants to walk away with another loss, and they're putting everything on the court right now. York High is down 1 player, Amarian Newsom. He had an injury in the fourth quarter. I believe he broke his ankle.
Yeah, he has ice wrapped around his right ankle.
And Central York is also missing Greg Gottinger, their 6'7" swingman.
Sophomore.
They can
He was
put
a
up
big
a lot of
contributor
points.
for this team as a freshman last year, and I expect big things from him this year, his sophomore year.
Well, made
Central
first
York.
team last year as a freshman in the YIAA. So, that just shows you what he brings to the table.
The son of former NBA player Jay Gittinger.
And he's here tonight with Keith Eisenhart, which is his son Evan Eisenhart used to play for Central York as well. I've seen them over there sitting. They go to a lot of games together and they hang out quite often.
I remember Jay playing back in the day,
Also,
the early 90s, I believe with the Cleveland Cavaliers.
Wow. Craig Elo, Mark Price,
Elo, yes.
Larry Nance, Brad Daugherty.
Brad Daugherty.
I remember the whole team.
There you go.
Brad Daugherty's big time in NASCAR now. Isaiah DeShields with the push. He sees an opening, kick out.
Ben Natal for 3.
I haven't seen Ben Natal in the game in a while with the rebound.
There he is in a put in by Ben Natal.
Ben Natal took a nice break. He hasn't been in the lead in the game in a while. I believe Isaiah DeShields played really good defense that time. He had his hands up the whole time, but Joel Tucker did a better job of drawing that foul. And as you can hear, the Central student section very loud in here tonight.
You can hear it. And, dude, we're tied up, 70-70.
And Joel Tucker's playing strong. Didn't come out in the first half very effective. Stayed in the game, believed in himself, and now he's at the line to put his team up by 1 point. And he does. Jacoby Baker with the ball, one-on-one. Gets Yasir Vega. Ball out to Ethan Dotson.
And a turnover, York High possession.
That's another turnover for York High.
Tucker bringing the ball up court.
And Joel Tucker staying aggressive, and he's going to the line back to back to back, and that's great. Between Joel Tucker and Davion Leonard, they did a great job of forcing the issue and getting to the line and having their free throws, keep York High in the game and extend their lead.
A 1 point lead for York High, 71-70. Tucker at the free throw line and misses his first of 2 shots. Joel Tucker with 14 points, Stu.
And Central York was a victim of a last-second shot against Allentown, I think, Catholic. They don't want to have that happen again tonight. Jacoby Baker with the ball. 32 seconds left to go in this game.
Timeout call by head coach Jeff Hoke of Central with 33.3 seconds, Stu. What a reminder, fans, don't go anywhere. It's going to be an exciting ride here.
It's all coming down to this. And as we said earlier, Todd, all our games that we have been featuring so far have been nail biters. I mean, backyard burners, down to the wire type of games.
We've been very fortunate, and tonight it kind of carries on that legacy of great broadcast, great games, and both these schools laying it on the line here on the hardwood floor here at York High. 71-70 right now. York High with a 1 point lead.
And Todd, we couldn't bring some of these great games, on TV or online without our sponsors. So we want to give a quick shout out to our sponsors, Dean's Auto Plaza, our season-long sponsor, S3 Performance Training, also 717 Hoops, Parma's Pizza of Dallastown, Endless Work Training, LLC, also Prestige Motor Cars of York.
All sponsors for tonight's broadcast. Thanking each and every one of our sponsors for tonight, along with our fans that are tuned in this Friday night. Dude, it sounds like I'm almost losing my voice here with sheer excitement in the call of the game.
Well, you got to keep your voice, Todd. We got another game tomorrow.
Doubleheader weekend for us this weekend. It will be Central's ball coming off the timeout. Ethan Dotson will inbound the pass. Central down by 1. Jacoby Baker now with the ball.
Shot by Jacoby. Baker short. And York High has the ball.
York High possession.
And right now, York High's in cruise control. They have an opportunity to walk out with a victory because Central York is in the double bonus. So any foul sends them directly to the line. And I can almost assume that Central York is going to go for a steal. If they can't get the steal, they will foul so you can get the ball back.
Yeah, 23.4 seconds to go. What's going through the minds right now? I mean, if you're Coach Lovis Gallen and Jeff Hoke right now with their teams huddled around.
Well, you know that Central York's going to set up in some type of press. They're not going to sit back and let York High just waste time off the clock. So, you want to get the ball. I'm pretty sure he has a press breaker. So you want to put the ball in one of your better ball handlers in their hands and see what happens as far as, getting to the bucket and just kind of playing a little bit of keep away. If it comes down to it, that Central York is going to foul them. So you want to have the ball in one of your best foul shooters' hands. Also want to tell the fans that's watching the live chat to let us know who you believe the player of the game is tonight.
Multiple candidates, as far as I'm concerned, I'm sure
it's going down to the wire.
Yeah, it's Coming off the timeout here, Dew, it'll be York High's possession.
And it's an inbound. And there's a push, and that's bringing Davion Leonard straight to the
hard
to the
foul,
free throw
and right
line.
now slow to get up. Davion Leonard right now being helped up by his teammates. It's as if he's holding his neck. It's going to send the freshman to the free throw line.
And Davion Leonard's been doing a great job knocking down his free throws. I believe he's 6 for 6 tonight.
11 points right now.
And then immediately after this foul shot, checking in the game is Ben Natal for Central York, the freshman. And he can put points up very fast with a nice three-point shot.
And the Central York student section trying to make some noise right now.
They would put Davion in. I'm sorry. They're going to put Ben Natal in for offense.
$12 points for the freshman. $13 points and a 3-point lead.
And they're looking for a shot.
Baker makes it three with 5 seconds to go. I can't believe it, dude. And wait a minute, that went in.
Oh, man. And
I think they're calling that shot off. I can't believe what we're seeing.
Yeah, they're calling that shot off. He put it a little early, but Davion Leonard, he knocked it down.
Baker for a big-time three to tie this game up, 73-73.
And right now, Central York is going to bring in a defensive specialist, James Jackson, and also...
They're adding some time back on the clock, dude. 6.6 seconds to go.
James Jackson and also Jaden Smeltzer is going to enter the game for defense.
Dude, what a game, dude. I cannot believe what we're witnessing here tonight. We're all knotted up. Still plenty of time. There's still plenty of action, dude.
And this is what you expect between these two ball clubs. You know, it's going to go down to the wire. It's been a very good game. Both teams have 4 players in double digits. I mean, it's exactly what you expect between Central York and York High.
You called it. A big rivalry game is on display here tonight.
Right now, Central York has to be very careful because they're in the bonus. They cannot foul. A foul pretty much puts this game away. Watch the ball go in the backcourt, no fouls.
Yep, Joel's Tucker going to be the inbound passer here.
York High has their fast lineup in right now. No big men, their fast lineup. Davion Leonard with the ball.
We're off and running, dude. Here we go.
And he just hit that half court.
Bringing the ball up court.
He got his space. That's his shot.
Lions raise it with no seconds to go.
That's it.
And this game's over. York High with a big win, 75-73.
And it's pretty clear who the player of the game is going to be. And that's Davion Leonard on the big-time shot.
Wow, as the crowd runs onto the court, dude. In sheer pandemonium here.
And he's only a freshman. You knew, and again, his dad does training section, Endless Work, one of our sponsors tonight. And they work on creating your own shot all the time. Davion Leonard's in the gym all the time since probably first grade, man. So they work on creating shots for themselves. So I knew when he had the ball in his hand, he's going to at least get the shot off and get that space. And that's exactly what he did, man. Big time game. 15
points, no bigger than that final game-winning shot for York High, 75-73. And what a game, dude.
That's a big time shot. And he is going to be our player of the game.
No doubt about it. Davion Leonard with 15 points and no bucket bigger than that final shot, dude.
Right.
With 6 seconds remaining.
As soon
to
as
seal the deal and give York High their first win of the year.
And again, valid effort from Central York. They did their best. It came down to a last-second shot. Like I said, Davion was starting to heat up. he was hitting his free throws. He started getting his rhythm, and when I saw the ball in his hand, I knew he could make the shot. And they went right to the guy to make the shot. And that's a great way to start his freshman campaign as well.
What a game, dude. We want to thank the fans and sponsors for tuning in tonight.
And that's what sponsorship's all about. So a lot of viewers can see these type of games, because without us filming these type of games, you can only read about it in the newspapers or watch a 15-second clip.
Coverage in the local papers. We provide the game. We bring the game to you each and every week. And what a game this week.
That's a major, major, major shot, major confidence booster. That's the way that York High wants to win. If they're going to get a win, their first win in the game, why not get a win like that?
And they got it here tonight with your score. York High 75, Central York 73. We're going to make our way down to the court. Player of the game interview, maybe even with the coach as well. The fans are making their way out of the stands here tonight. What a fantastic broadcast. Again, York High 75, Central York 73.
And that's exactly what we expected. We knew this game was going to come down to the wire. York High had their opportunities. Central York had their opportunities. Jacir Vega led all scorers with 23 points.
We want to thank, Tyler, helping our stat guy tonight, helping us out with the various stats. Do go ahead with more.
And again, Davion Litter with the game-winning shot. It was just amazing. His whole family's here, and I know they're really, really, really excited.
And we want to thank Tyler as well for the fans are making their way out of here. An exciting broadcast here tonight. Yeah, there's a... Good.
I did. That was an extra 30 more minutes.
Dude, we might as well make our way, whatever voice I have left here, we're going to make our way out to mid-court. What a game, what a broadcast to be out here with that game-winning shot. York High, a big win, their first win of the season. And, dude, we're mid-court just moments ago. This is where all the action was. From the broadcast booth down here to mid-court, dude.
Yeah, that was a big time shot. It was a really good game. Great Friday night game. I mean, that's what everybody expected between York High and Central York. They put on a great show. Davion Litter, like I said to you again, his dad preaches and practices that.
A first-time sponsor for tonight's broadcast with shooting the ball, and his son definitely shot the ball.
Yeah.
A game-winning shot tonight.
Yeah.
A fantastic game tonight in front of a hearty crowd here tonight.
Yeah, like I said, Davion was already leaning towards being a player of the game. He just iced it with the last second shot.
Well, and let's not forget Jacir Vega. He had a big performance tonight, over 23 points.
He did a great job for York High, keeping the pace for York High, keeping them in the game. And like I said, Joels Tucker and also Davion Litter and also Maj Walker and also Jacir, they really did a great job towards the fourth quarter of getting to the line and knocking down their free throws. When you look at the free throw count, I think that's going to tell the tale of what happened in the fourth quarter.
And on the opposite side with Central, what a back-breaking loss. You play such a tight game like that, and for a shot to come down to that final second and to lose it, they're still in search for their first win. They'll get that opportunity when they go to the court next Tuesday with Red Lion at home. But it's really right now it's about York High and their big win, led by their head coach Clovis Gallen. We're awaiting our player of the game here as he's going to make his way out to midcourt. Right now the team meeting in the back.
You guys go right about that.
Kind of going through post-game talk and deliberation at the locker room. So that kind of has you and I here midcourt trying to do my best to talk here. I mean, it was an exciting broadcast.
Yeah.
And we have our RB here as well.
Have my niece here as well, Leilani, RB, my son.
Tyler Strawny, we want to thank him for coming out. He's wants to be in sports broadcasting. He's helping with our statisticians tonight, and he did a great job.
And also Lexi Miller, your daughter.
Lexi,
she did a great job on the camera tonight.
it spelled Belinda a little time off tonight on a Friday night. I know she had probably a busy day and a busy week, so want to thank everyone for helping tonight's broadcast. I also saw the photographer Ian Mealy out here as well.
Mm-hmm. Yep. Videography, photography, sports editing. I mean, that's super on the rise nowadays. A lot of kids are, using their camera and using their YouTube to, to broadcast different games and add edits and cool things that come along with the game. And like I said, York High, they had to get that monkey off their back, and there's no better way to doing it tonight on a last-second shot. That could be a lot of momentum moving forward throughout the season.
We've had some shots, some calls, that ranks up there. You remember when our first year we were at York College, Antonio Rizzuta just before halftime heaved it up for a big shot there at halftime. But this one here, boy, it'll go down in the annals as one of our more exciting broadcasts in terms of coming out with a big win, York High again. 75-73.
And also we want to give a lot of shout out to Central York. I think they did a great job tonight keeping pace. Pretty much had the game. They led every quarter besides, of course, the fourth quarter. They have right now they're 0-5, which is something that, I can't remember the last time the basketball team had that type of record. But it's going to be a long season for them. They can do a lot to come back. They got to keep their heads up high. They battled it out. York High is not a slouch. You know what I'm saying? There's still a lot of games to be left in the regular season.
No, a long season, no doubt, through the month of February. We're going to be back, with high school basketball action in the new year. January 4th, a backyard brawl between Northeastern and Central. We'll be there to broadcast that game. Of course, tomorrow night, we want to remind everybody where we're going to be broadcasting a semi-pro basketball game right here from downtown York at Bonnie B. Grimes Gym. The York Buccaneers are going to be taking on the Baltimore Hawks. Should be interesting. Our first ever broadcast of a semi-pro basketball game.
Yeah, if you guys are tuning in tonight, you're going to miss a nice treat tomorrow with like you said, Baltimore Hawks featuring a kill car, and also the York Buccaneers, and they have Kelvin Parker.
Kelvin Parker. He's a 1,000-point scorer,
1,451 points at York High. So, he puts up a lot of buckets. I think one stretch he was averaging around 40 points a game. So that game tomorrow is going to be at Bonnie B. Grimes Gym.
Not too far from here. A long throw away here from downtown York. And
that was his first start? Oh. Hey. Absolutely.
Oh, yeah, no
Big
doubt
time.
about it.
Yeah.
Big time contributor
That's
tonight.
Vicky Landis there. She's giving us some little
Our
feedback.
Statistician, we're kind of talking to her.
Yeah, long-time York High supporters. She's giving us a little bit of tidbits about what's going on.
Yeah, 15. Well, he wears number 15. He scored 15 points.
Absolutely.
And no bucket bigger than that final shot tonight to secure York High's
and
win.
Here comes the big-time player right now.
And here he is. Come on in here. Freshman, how you doing? Welcome.
First
Todd
amendment,
Edwards.
come here in the middle,
Step
man.
in the
Good
middle
job,
here.
man. Good job.
Well-deserved. Number 15 with 15 points tonight, but no bigger than that last shot. Tell the viewers what was going through your mind with that final shot.
I don't even know. I was seeing it as tie game, and I seen like I'm built for this moment. So let me get the ball and let me do me. And it turns out I made that shot.
No doubt about it.
I was telling people that, the game we filmed against Woodland Hills, and even this game here, I said, like you said, you're built for that. You and your dad practice that all the time. I said, if anybody can get some space on that team, it's you. You know what I'm saying? And I saw in the fourth quarter, you were really aggressive. I think you saw a matchup between you and Jacoby Baker, and you saw you were a little long on them, and you can get to the bucket. So your mentality in the fourth quarter was what? Get to the rim, and I got to give you a lot of credit, man, for knocking down those free throws in the fourth quarter.
My mentality was like, forget the rest. Stop thinking about this. I'm not getting no calls, no nothing. Let me just do my part on D, and the rest is deal with itself.
Hey, and I know your mom's watching tonight, and some family members are watching tonight. So we're live right now. A lot of people are cheering you on.
Post-game, you're our player of the game. We're going to give you a shirt coming in here. But you want to say anything to your parents and friends and family watching at home?
Thank y'all. I love y'all, and I wouldn't be nothing without God. So.
No doubt. And this is one of the games your dad sponsored, man, so that's really good.
Yeah, this is a big moment. Come on in here.
If you can show this right here to the people that's watching up top there. And you can turn around the backside. As you can see, like I said, one of our sponsor shirts, it says where talent meets hard work, student athlete. If you don't mind putting it on, man, we can take a picture real fast.
Yeah, we'll get some pictures, still pictures. I mean, we're live. I know RB, our stat guy. I mean.
And we're going to get Joel's Tucker over here and Coach Gallen as well. I can tell you're still hyped up.
Oh,
like
yeah,
I said,
come on in here. Yeah, and look,
a couple
look,
pictures.
Let's look in the camera. Right here. Yep, right there.
oh, you're
right
good
in the
right here.
middle.
Yeah.
Oh, yeah.
Talk to your star player right now, man.
We're talking to the coach right now. Coach, it has to feel good. Your first win in a rather exciting game. Talk to the viewers about this.
Big win for us, for sure, on our home floor against Central, arch rival in Division I. Down the stretch, we stuck to our keys. The kids believed in each other. They had to grow up really fast. One of the things that we've been talking about early in the season is our lack of maturity and lack of experience. And today, they rose to the occasion, and the freshmen made a big play down the stretch to win the game for us.
A big play. We asked him what was going through his mind. What was going through your mind as he put that shot up in the final seconds?
He does that. He takes that shot all the time. He takes that shot all the time. And when he got the ball in his hands and I saw the clock, and he was able to catch it clean, I was like, we're going to win the game. Yeah. There was no doubt in my mind that we were going to win the game. I was telling him, get to the basket. The guy relaxed a little bit, and he was able to hit a step-back jumper that he shot thousands of times. So,
And I said the same thing, knowing his father, knowing him. I said, if anybody can create space, it's going to be him, and they practice that all the time. So it came to fruition tonight. So all that hard work your dad put in with you, then shoot those kind of shots, really benefits you tonight. Can you give us a little bit of feedback? Like you said, you guys have a young team this year, so how you keep their mentality in check? And, it's a lot of highs and lows because it's not really senior heavy.
well, one of the things you got to do is try to keep these young guys humble. We practice hard, we compete hard, and with a young group like this, you can't let up. You have to make sure they focus on all of the little things, because there's a lot of things as a coach you assume they should know, you think they would bring to the table that they take for granted, like how we're going to travel to games, how to carry in their uniform, just the small things that you assume they know, and we just have to make sure that we keep them humble and keep them focused on the next game, on playing assignment basketball. And down the stretch in the fourth quarter, in the last 4 minutes, I thought these guys did a great job of just dialing in.
Yeah, and something else we want to add, you had, I believe, four players in double digits, and I think that's very balanced scoring, from your ball club. And like I said, congratulations on you guys' first win of the season. I know it's going to give you a lot of momentum moving forward, and just more. We'll be doing a few more games with your guy this year, so you can get a couple more shirts, bro. You know what I'm saying? So we appreciate you guys putting a lot of hard work in.
Thank you.
Best of luck, Coach. Yep, all the way.
Have a great night.
Have a great night.
Job,
Yep.
man. All right.
There you go. Take care. And there we go. What a way to wrap it up here tonight from midcourt with Coach Gallen and our player of the game. It's been a great.
And again,
great
it was a great outing for all the players for York High. But we had to give it to one person tonight. If you had to give it to anybody, it might as well be Davion Litter with that big time shot that he had. And we want to thank everybody for tuning in tonight. We'll be back tomorrow at 6:15. You'll see some semi-pro, some more dunks.
I'm sure we're going to see some exciting
Akil
basketball.
Carr, he does amazing things with the ball.
Looking forward to it, and we want to thank everybody for tuning in tonight. Thank our sponsors. For Todd Edwards, Dude Jones, have yourself a great Friday night.
All right, thanks a lot, guys. See you later.
Take care.